Good afternoon, Mr. Sharf. My name is Anthony Ruiz, and I'm excited to share with you the findings of my analytical report on 3 smartphones. What is the purpose of this report? This report is to decide what phone to upgrade to with the latest technology. We have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, and the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. Why did I choose these 3 phones? We have the iPhone, which has been a powerhouse since 2007 its release. We have Samsung, who seen the signs of Apple and then pushed forward in 2010, and then Google, the dark horse, who decided they wanted to compete in the phone business. They started releasing phones in 2016. What are we basing and comparing and contrasting the differences between these phones, and how did I find a final product? We're comparing cost, battery life, camera quality, core performance, and design. Now, after the research and my findings, my final recommendation to choose a phone would be the iPhone 17 Pro Max. These findings were found as a result of a point system. The winner of each key criteria gained 3 points. Second place would get 2 points, and third place would get 1 point. Going off of the first key criteria, we're looking at cost. Now, to my surprise, Apple and Google came in first place together. It was a tie. They list both of their newest phones at $1,199, while Samsung comes in second place, listing their phones $100 more than the competition. They come in at $1,299. So for this criteria of cost, it was a tie between Apple and Google. Moving on to the next criteria, we have battery life. In third place, I gave it to Google because their battery life for the whole day is 12 hours and 28 minutes. In second place, I gave it to Samsung. Their battery life is 16 hours and 22 minutes. And in first place, we had to give it to iPhone at 17 hours and 58 minutes. If you can see the chart on page 4, you'll also see that I gave a bonus point to the winner in the least amount of charge time. And I did give that to Samsung because their charge time is 43 minutes from 0 to 100. It beats iPhone and Google by a landslide. Moving on to the third criteria, we have camera quality. And if you can see on page 5, I inputted 4 different pictures comparing all the cameras. That fourth picture is for a Google Pixel 9, comparing that to the Google Pixel 10. And the winner of this camera quality criteria was Samsung. They just have too many pixels for the competition. If you can see the chart on page 5, Samsung has 200 pixels in their camera, while iPhone only has 48 and Google comes in second with 50. So for this criteria, we have Samsung on top, Google in second, and Apple in third. Fourth criteria, we have core performance. What does this mean? We're looking at the most efficient phone. Now, if you can see on page 6, there are 4 graphs, 4 comparisons. We have max clock, compute score, GPU score, and storage size. All 3 phones have a same capacity storage size of 256 gigabytes. The winner of the overall criteria came to be Apple because their compute score and their GPU clock are just better than the competition. The compute score for Apple is 46,450 GPU. What does this mean? This means that their long-term efficiency and multitasking and game enhancing just runs smoother than the competition. They perform better for longer periods of time, and this is why they are the deciding winner for this category. Moving on to the final criteria, we have design. Why is this important? We want to get the most of our phone's space ratio. The design generally is the same. We're getting a rectangular device, and I say the same because Samsung and iPhone both have a device size of 6.9 inches, while Google is behind at 6.8 inches. But the screen to body ratio is where the money is made, the difference. How much screen are we getting per device, per the edges, and all that matters? Well, Apple took the lead because their phone has a maximum space of 91.6% screen to body ratio. In second place came Samsung because they barely lost with a percentage of 91.4, and in third place we have Google with a measly 89.5% screen to body ratio. Now, after all these findings and data research, we can look at the last and final chart listing the total points for each category. And the winner, and the reason for my final recommendation, is iPhone 17 Pro Max for getting the most amount of points in categories. They led in cost, battery life, core performance, and design. And because of this research, it was clear to choose a winner. They came in first, Samsung came in second, and Google, much to my surprise, they came in third. Thank you for following along with this analytical report. Have a great day.